Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Dana. Thanks again for watching. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Join us. If you're not, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. All right, today we are covering a new brand. Well, it's kind of new to me. I don't know how new it is, just because I don't actually follow this person on social media. I mean, I do now, but I didn't used to. But, I mean, you kind of know by the title. We're talking about Mad About Skin. This is a brand by a YouTuber, and he's out of the UK, so I did have to get these from the UK. But spoiler alert, they're pretty reasonably priced, especially like considering that I'm having it shipped from the UK. But I think there may be 2 or 3 products I don't have. One is a new antioxidant cream, I think it's like a day cream. And then one is their serum, which was out of stock. It's now back in stock, but I just haven't picked it up yet. So I'm going to do the review on the 5 products that I do have at the moment. And if I get those new products in, eventually I will update the video. Let's go over the products that I do have, and I will just kind of briefly tell you what they're about. And then if I can apply them, I will. Otherwise, I'll just talk about them. So the first product that I'm going to be talking about is the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate SPF 50. And I will be applying this today. I've talked about it in some of my other favorite videos, and I feel like I have talked about it quite a lot. So this is basically why I purchased the brand. This is their sunscreen, and like I said, it's SPF 50. It retails for $18.06, which is kind of a weird, like 6 cents, I don't know why. But $18 for 100 milliliters or 3.3 fluid ounces is incredibly good, like very, very cheap. On the website, it actually says it has 4 PAs, 4 pluses. On the bottle, it just says 1 plus. So I'll go with the website, but also like not sure why the difference. And this is a chemical sunscreen. It says combining broad spectrum sun protection with hydration you would expect from a moisturizer. Now, I don't necessarily believe that this has the hydration from a moisturizer. Oh, by the way, I'm adding it to my 1/4 teaspoon to apply to my face and neck. I would say that this is actually a really good sunscreen for people who don't want a lot of moisture or don't need a lot of moisture. It's a very fluid and like easy sets down sunscreen, but I don't go to it when I need moisture. So if you're going off of the website, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. But then further down in the description, it does say that for drier skin types that can be combined with another moisturizer. So I think just kind of depending on your skin type, and hopefully you know your skin type, you will know if you need to add a moisturizer or if you can use this alone. So as you can see, it's pretty much the easiest thing to put on. It is chemical, so that would explain a little bit of that. It's got this kind of thick texture to it. Let me show you here. It's thick, but it's not thick. It really feels like a kind of a thicker serum to me. And then the ease at which it blends in is just incredible. And I don't ever feel like I have like a lot of greasy, a lot of shininess after applying it. So I will finish putting this on and then we'll talk through some of it as well. Okay, so this is after about 5 minutes. And you can see that I do have a little bit of a glow. To me, it's not too terrible, and I would be fine going out with this, especially because it does kind of dissipate over the day. It's not going to leave my skin glowy or dewy or kind of like greasy feeling at all. And at this point, it is just a little tacky, but that tackiness really goes away very quickly. This is why this is one of those sunscreens that I have just been reaching for all the time when like I'm not wearing makeup, I'm going to be outside for a while. It's got high protection. I just don't want to deal with anything like coming off of my shirt, you know, transfer, that kind of thing. I actually brought this to Peru, and this was pretty much the only sunscreen that I wore. I went on a long, like 1-day excursion through Cusco. I mean, Cusco is at like 11,000 feet, I think, something very high. So you're more exposed to UV radiation just like as you are higher, but also a very sunny day. You can burn very easily. My husband, who I tried to get him to wear sunscreen, never wears it. His face was like an orange, or like I guess a tomato the next day. My face had nothing, and I didn't even reapply. So I do know that this actually does protect you. Not that I thought it wouldn't, but like I put it to the test basically. In terms of ingredients in it, we have, it doesn't actually say what the active ingredients, and it doesn't say the percentages, which is not my favorite thing, but you know, you can just like Google the ingredients and find out. Like I said, all chemical filters. We have octinoxate, Uvenol A+, and then Tinosorb B. So those are the filters. I don't know the percentage, but I'm not really too concerned with it, especially because I did put it to the test and it protected me. As far as other ingredients, there's niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and papaya extract. It's actually a pretty condensed ingredient list, which doesn't say anything to me really, but I do like to kind of see that they're not just putting things like extracts in for no reason just to jack up the price. But if you couldn't tell, I love this stuff. I'm probably like more than halfway through it, and I haven't had it for that long. So I always know like how quickly I'm using the sunscreen tells me a lot, just because I have so many. So out of all of the products, I'm just gonna give you a spoiler alert. I think this is the best one. If you're gonna get anything, definitely get the sunscreen. If you like very like no frills, chemical sunscreens that are just easy, this is 100% that one. I'll probably repurchase it, even though I don't need to really, if I do pick up those other two products. So I thought we would just kind of get the first one out of the way. It's my favorite, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, I guess I can take these out, right? All right, so the next product that we have is one of my other favorites. I wouldn't say it's as high on the list, but it's definitely one that I like. So this is the Gentle Jelly Cleanser. You get a lot in almost all of these products. This is 150 mils, which is 5.07 ounces, and it retails for $12.04. Again, like these little cents, I don't really understand why they do that, but not my brand. So it says, combining gentle but effective cleansing agents and powered by nature to deliver clean and nourished skin. This cleanser is free from actives, which could complicate the rest of your skincare, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the effective gentle cleanser to kickstart your routine. It also says it has a light foaming action, but I've never actually experienced the foaming, so I would put this in the category of one of those kind of like it says, jelly cleanser, which I love, but it's one of those things that I think it's a learned thing. If you're expecting a cleanser that's like super foamy and, you know, bubbly like that, I don't think it's that way. Maybe I'm not using it correctly. I don't know how I could be using a cleanser wrong, but to me, it's more just like this gentle cleanser, like jelly cleanser. It kind of reminds me of the Glossier one, if you remember that. And it's really good for me to use in the morning when I don't have a lot of product or any product on my face. I would not use this to take makeup off. This is not it for me. If you're gonna use it at night, like after taking makeup off, I would use it after your first cleanse, which would be for me like a cleansing balm or oil. And then this kind of to make sure everything else is off. But even so, I don't really like to use it at night. This is my morning cleanser. And like I said, basically just kind of gets any residue on my face off. So I'll wake up, you know, maybe I had an overnight mask or maybe I had some active ingredients. They're not really there, but I can still feel like a little something. I just want to kind of start with a fresh slate. This is when I use that, but not at night. So this is what the consistency is. It's just a cream. It's not clear and it's rather thick, so you don't need a lot of it. And it kind of leaves a film on your skin, if you can see that. I'm not gonna rinse it off right now, but like I said, I don't really get a foaming action. I will kind of caution you, if you use too much, it takes a lot of kind of rubbing and maybe even a washcloth to get it off. So I would say go in with less, and you can always add more, but don't use too much. Next up, we have the Maximum Impact Moisturizer. This one also is pretty, I mean, you get a lot in all of these products. So this is 100 milliliters or 3.3 fluid ounces. So bringing together barrier boosting ceramides with hydrating and nourishing ingredients, the Maximum Impact Moisturizer is the perfect final step in your skincare routine. Light and gentle, this moisturizer is a treat for the skin and will effectively lock in all the fantastic work done by your other products. They do note that it's hyaluronic acid free, which is, they say, fairly unique for affordable moisturizers. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but that's not a big deal. But it says instead they rely on hydrating oils and natural botanicals. So if you maybe don't need more hyaluronic acid in your routine, that's fair. I feel like it's in everything these days. This would be a good moisturizer for you. Also, what is my hair doing? I have been enjoying this moisturizer. I don't know if I could say like it's my love of my life moisturizer. I did bring it to Peru and it worked really well there. I didn't necessarily feel like my skin was super dry at the point. So it was like a good middle ground moisturizer, and you can use it morning or night, which is very nice. And this is what it looks like. I think it's a really good middle ground moisturizer. If you don't have super parched, super dry skin, this could be a really excellent moisturizer for you. It's fragrance free. It just doesn't have a lot of frills. I feel like most of their products don't, which is really great. You're not gonna kind of run into those things that sensitize or can sensitize your skin. If you have super dry skin, I think this would maybe be like a good morning one, probably not enough for nighttime, but it's nothing like, when I'm talking about it, I'm like, I like it, but I'm not gonna rave about it. Like, I'm not gonna reach out to a friend and be like, oh my God, you need to try this moisturizer, it changed my life. But again, there's nothing wrong with it, so I'm not gonna like shit on it, because why would I do that? I think it's a perfectly good moisturizer. It's just not something that like sparks a lot of joy in my life, if that makes sense to you. The next one I have is the Perfect Blend Exfoliating Gel, Chemical Peeling Gel. And this retails for, well, it's on sale right now. Normally it's $15.66. Right now it says it's $10.96, and this is what the packaging looks like. So this one says, blending together the most effective exfoliating acids in one formulation, this exfoliation will help smooth the skin, reduce skin congestion, and support the fading of discoloration. In terms of the actives in it, we have 2% glycolic acid, 2% lactic acid, 2% salicylic acid, and 2% kojic acid, which are actually some of the best active ingredients and forms of acids, especially kojic acid. I feel like you don't see that a lot, and it's actually one of the best ones out there. The others can be quite strong, especially like lactic and salicylic. Salicylic acid for my skin is just not necessary. I really prefer glycolic and lactic. And that said, when I did use this, I felt like there was maybe a little bit of irritation. So I wouldn't say that this exfoliating product is maybe the best for beginners. I would say it's more of like a middle ground, or if you are gonna use it, just use a little and maybe do a patch test. I don't even have super sensitive skin, so the fact that I kind of felt something, I feel like it tells you a little bit about it. So this is what it looks like, if you can see that. And it really is like a gel, like a pretty thick gel. If you do use it, definitely use it once a week. I wouldn't say more than that. It's pretty strong. When I use a gel like this, an exfoliating gel or a product, I always use it at night. You put it on clean, dry skin, and then moisturize over top. As always, wear sunscreen the next day, but like I feel like I shouldn't have to say anything about that. And I just don't know if this product is the one for me. Like, I have a lot of other acids that I can find that kind of do a better job for me. I do love the addition of the kojic acid, but it's not strong, but it's not strong. So I would kind of just caution you, if you know your skin can handle it, then that might be something for you. Always avoid the eye area with any exfoliating acids and just kind of go in with caution. So I think it's a great product. Again, like, I think he's done a wonderful job with this skincare brand or line, but I just don't think I'll repurchase it, and I think I will stick to some of my other acids that I know and love. Okay, the last product that I have is the Nourishing Lip Mask. This thing is massive. You get 20 grams, which is 0.7 fluid ounces, and it comes in this glass bottle, which is really nice, but like, there's a lot of it in here. It's kind of a hard texture, so see if you can see that. And I wouldn't say that it spreads super easily. It does retail for $8.24, so very affordable. I'm gonna put it on right now, but I'm gonna just tell you before I go into the other parts of it, I don't like this stuff. It does its job. It's a nourishing lip mask, but it feels a little greasy to me. It doesn't feel like it soaks into the skin, and I don't like when I can taste it. Like, it feels chemically to me. And it's like, if you're gonna have a lip product, you know that you're gonna ingest some of it. It's just gonna happen, and it needs to like either not taste or taste good. So the fact that this is fragrance free doesn't bother me, but like, it kind of does, because then when it gets on my tongue and I can kind of taste it, I'm like, I'm just tasting chemicals. Big pass for me. I just don't like that. I think I can get a million different lip products that do just as good of a job, if not better, that actually like don't make me want to throw up. But let's talk about what it says in here. Blending rich butters, high quality oils, and calming botanicals. It's more than just your average lip balm. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's beeswax, almond oil, let's see, grape oil, lots of oils, shea butter. There's nothing wrong with it, but again, I don't want to taste chemicals. This is very last on my list. I would not recommend it. So those are the products. And like I said, I have 5 out of, I think, maybe 8 products now, or 7. And I kind of went in order of my favorites. So starting with the SPF, highly, highly recommend. This is, I think, did I put it in my favorites for 2022? I might have. If I didn't, it is a favorite. I use it all the time. I just love the feel of it. I love that I just don't have to worry about it. High on my list, very affordable. The next 2 are kind of in a tie, but I would say that I would go with the moisturizer over the cleansing jelly. Sometimes if I accidentally put too much on, I'm there like not scrubbing, but like removing it from my face for way too long. So if you're gonna go with this one, I would just say be careful and don't use too much. Whereas the moisturizer, I think, is a really great all-purpose moisturizer. It's no frills, it moisturizes, it doesn't have like a sticky feeling on your skin. It does its job, it's affordable. So it would probably go second under the sunscreen. And those 2 would be things I would definitely repurchase the sunscreen. Not sure about the moisturizer though. As far as products that I don't think I would repurchase, we know that I would not repurchase the lip conditioning balm or whatever. And I think the exfoliating gel is fine. I think it's a good gel. I love that they have the kojic acid in it. As far as the others, they're fine. It can be a little strong. It's just not gonna be something that I like continually reach for. So it's gonna be a pass for me. But overall, I would say 3 out of 5 is not bad at all. And I love that it's another creator's brand. So if you are interested in supporting the brand and the creator, then it's definitely something I think you should do over some of these big, massive brands. And especially, again, the sunscreen, which is top in my book. So that pretty much sums it up. I hope you enjoyed it, and definitely I'll insert Mad About Skin's YouTube page here. They are much bigger than me, so like go follow them, but let them know that I sent you, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.